Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you're new. I'm Becca, and on this channel I am reacting my way through eating disorder recovery alongside complex chronic illness, one video at a time, in an effort to help one or more of you on the other side of the screen feel either less alone, more understood, or to give you something to learn or to laugh about. And I'm really eager to get to today's reaction. It's not very often that I can record something that is a recent release because I just cannot keep up with a lot of the reactor community due to my health issues. But Ren released his Fred Again mashup yesterday, and that's what I'm going to start with today. Now, a few of you have let me know that especially by the end it gets pretty emotional, so we'll see how it goes. We're of course going to take our breath, but then we will get right into reacting to this Ren Fred Again mashup. Fred Again, by the way, being an EDM artist who I've not really listened to before. I used to love EDM music, and then with all of my sensory issues and stuff, I can't handle like the percussiveness, the sudden interjections and all of that. I can't handle it very much anymore. But I know that he kind of like flipped a style and did it his own way on here, so I'm really excited to see what he's got for us. So yeah, let's take our breath, get into the Ren Fred Again mashup reaction. Alright. Nervous system, somewhat regulated. We'll see how long that lasts. Let's go. Ren, Fred Again mashup. Oh, I've got chills. I'm nervous, but here we go.
I am set up.
Cool.
Sailing in the chopper road, killing like we vultures. I became a queen when I rode with them brothers.
So I have a feeling I'm not going to necessarily be pausing this one all the time like I often do when I'm dissecting, because I can already tell I'm going to want to just like kind of let it play for longer periods of time. But I do, before we get into it more, I want to comment on kind of the setup here. I love the fact that he's got this duality in the lights. You've got the red and you've got the blue, and I don't think that that's supposed to be like a political significance. I just think that it signifies, you know, the hot, the cold, the warm, the cool. Like those colors are very juxtaposed, and you can see the duality of it. Like where I pause the video here, you can even see like his face is halfway in the red and the other half is in the blue, and he's just sitting in the middle of these two colors. That in and of itself, that cinematography, that videography is just, I love it. And of course, the way that he came in with his guitar playing there, that really plucking the strings hard on this acoustic guitar, that has a level of impact that not all types of guitar playing have. Now, there's just something about an acoustic guitar being picked like very aggressively, but not in a bad way, in a really good way like that. Just from those opening notes, you could tell that he is already feeling this, and we heard those first couple lines in his voice. I just wanted to remark a little bit on his voice there and the way that he's delivering those lines.
Sailing in the chopper road, killing like we vultures. I became a queen when I rode with them brothers.
I really want to remark specifically on the falsetto that he used there on the line, I became a queen when I rode with them brothers. Like, I became a queen when I rode with them brothers. And up in that falsetto range, it's just, I love his falsetto when he does that. But going like from normal voice, like chest voice, up to falsetto range and back down like that, that's a really difficult thing to do, and to do well, particularly. And of course he did it flawlessly, and it just gives me chills. We're just 30 seconds in, it's already giving me chills. And I love the way at the end of the first line, sailing in the chopper road, killing like we vultures. I love the way that he did that, vultures, like with that attitude, with that slide down, with that just like oomph in his voice. Okay, let's take it back. I'm gonna try not to pause it like I said throughout the whole thing, and then we'll go back and take it to dissect more stuff if we need to. But oh goodness gracious,
Vultures. I became a queen when I rode with them brothers. 20 line, I eat 9 mess for supper. Brow on command, how sick come on another. 'cause there ain't no love in the jungle. Ain't no, ain't no love in the jungle. Ain't no, pull me out of this.
Okay, I was gonna let it play. I'm gonna take it back because we're not gonna just not let this whole thing play through. That little section right there, I feel like that was directly out of High Ren. No, wait. Maybe it was in the Tales trilogy. I think it was in the Tales trilogy. That lick, oh my gosh, that made me so happy. And then I just kind of working backwards here. Again, I was talking about the emotion with the guitar. He was singing those lyrics. The lyrics on those lines are turn to, lion, I eat nightmares for supper. Brap, brap, on command, I'll sick 'em on another. Then he went to what I'm assuming is the chorus of this song, Jungle There. It says, 'cause there ain't no love in the jungle. Ain't no, ain't no, oh, ain't no love in the jungle. Ain't no. And then he had that pull me out of this. Let's talk about the video for a second there. I mentioned the red and blue, kind of like that dichotomy there. I love how when he was doing these lines, like that first lines there, he says, stay on the chopper road, killing like we vultures. I became a queen when I rode with them brothers. So I don't, these aren't his lyrics. I think these are the original lyrics of Fred Again's songs. So I may miss some things here that I'm not completely familiar with, but just that I became a queen when I rode with them brothers. They were talking about sailing in the chopper road. I don't know if that means sailing, just moving fast on motorcycles in the motorcycle lane, or if it's an actual sailing reference. I could be completely off on that, but I like the juxtaposition of I became a queen when I rode with them brothers. So it's I was around all them and I became this, I felt like I was, I don't know, this queen, this important person, this elevated, respected, appreciated person, maybe, or I just felt beautiful. I felt, whether it's metaphorically or literally, when I was riding with these people in that chopper lane, I don't know. I'm probably reaching there, so we're going to keep going on. Because when the line switched, the next two lines of that verse, the camera went around and panned around to where you can see the blue in the background, but Ren himself is only in the red light here, and he's delivering those lines. Turn to, lion, I eat nightmares for supper. Brap, brap, on command, I'll sick 'em on another. So I think maybe the fact that these lines were where you can see him, Ren himself, in red there, I think maybe it's signifying the nightmares. The red a lot of times can be this intense danger, fear, nightmares, panic, whatever word you want to use there. I think that could be one thing that he's doing. I'm just loving the way, I can't wait to see the rest of the video and how this back and forth red and blue light kind of plays off one another in addition to the lyrics and how they all kind of come together. But I just thought that was so cool. And I just want to say that chorus there, I love that at the end of the verse he was doing the guitar work there and it was really intricate, and he was doing, then all of a sudden, as we've talked about before, the power of silence, the power of arrest, the guitar and the vocals, everything just kind of dropped out for a second or two before he got into the chorus, and that makes the chorus hit home even harder. And then of course the way that he's delivering the lines, of course the way he's doing the chorus, please forgive me. So on the chorus there, I do want to remark about how he started out that chorus there, ain't no love in the jungle, and he was doing it kind of holding back a little bit, a little reserved, still crystal clear, but a little bit reserved, not super full power projecting his voice. And even on the first, ain't no, and of course the way he's going up to those higher registers on some of these notes, the way he's delivering those lines is just so melodic, and it makes my heart smile. But I specifically love the fact that it started out reserved, and then almost with each line in the chorus it gets a little more powerful. So by the time he's getting to that last ain't no love in the jungle, ain't no, and then it comes into that line of pull me out of this, his voice is almost feeling stronger, but also, despite the fact that it is more projecting and feeling stronger, on that pull me out of this, you can hear the desperation, like, pull me out of this, whether that's out of this jungle or whatever else. Of course, we don't have the whole song here because he's doing a mashup, so I'm not going to get into, like, dissecting every single one of these lyrics because I'm sure I will miss some major things. However, I love the desperation when he delivered that line, pull me out of this, and then his guitar playing, which we're going to rewind it to get that line and the guitar section that, again, I promise we're not going to skip over, because that desperation and the pull me out of this is also very evident in this guitar lick that he's doing that I swear has some callbacks to either High Ren or the Tales trilogy or both, or some things that I maybe haven't even done yet. And it's also just so technically perfect, and the way he, again, is picking it very aggressively, but again, in a good way, aggressively in a good way, because it just illustrates that emotion, illustrates that desperation, like, pull me out of this, pull me out of this. And then you can almost, like, you can feel his pain and the desperation of wanting to be pulled out with the intensity that he is delivering the guitar picking on. I'm just the fact that he can make me feel this deeply with just this little guitar lick, forgetting about the words themselves. Holy moly. Oh, this guy. God, he's, goodness gracious. All right, let's take it back, because again, don't want to miss that, and we'll keep going.
'Cause there ain't no love in the jungle. Ain't no, ain't ain't no love in the jungle. Ain't no, pull me out of this.
What? That was amazing. Bravo. That's all I'm gonna say. Let's keep going. I didn't want to interrupt it, but I had to just remark, once he finished that lick, I had to remark again. What? What did I just hear? Oh my goodness, my brain. My brain is lit up. Lit up. All right. Here we go. Transition is great.
Everybody on a little mission. Money makes you go missing. I get anyone in or in store. Everybody leave me alone. Her boobies getting lifted. She wanna get lit. No, I'm bottling. Everybody. Leave me alone.
Okay, so that's clearly going to get really powerful. As always, we'll go back and get the transition so we're not jarring it here, but I got to talk about that verse because it went a place I did not expect it to go. So those lyrics there, everybody on a little mission. Money makes a girl go missing. I get anyone in an instant. Everybody leave me alone. I just love the delivery with the mission, and then missing, and that money makes a girl go missing. I'm thinking that's going to tie into the lines that he said after that, after the first, like, everybody leave me alone. Because the next lines are about her chest getting lifted, so having breast augmentation, I'm assuming, or a chest lift. And she want to get lit. I'm assuming that she wants to either completely get drunk or get high or whatever it is. She wants to not really hear this world. She wants to completely zone out from this world, which would tie up into that money makes a girl go missing, because you're sort of like we talked about in the dominoes reaction of Ren's. When you're doing that plastic surgery route, when you feel like you have no choice but to try to do that, you're spending all of this money, and it honestly is just erasing who you really are. Ultimately not really for good purposes. I haven't seen plastic surgery that is done for cosmetic purposes. Obviously, plastic surgery is a field that is life-saving for a lot of people who have been in different accidents and things like that of many kinds. However, for sheerly cosmetic purposes, it really erases who you are, and I've never seen it work out long-term in a way that's anything but ends up being harmful or negative, or I don't know. There's a reason that there are a lot of celebrities having all of their fillers and stuff removed right now. I'll leave it at that. But I think that might be where he's going. It's like that money makes their girl go missing. Could be that. Could be if this girl is trying to change her body in those ways, it could be another like allusion to maybe she is a woman on the streets, so men are paying her money to do certain things, and then that could result in some very negative things where the girl could go missing. I don't know if I'm completely off there. I very well could be, but I think that could be one of the potential meanings. And then the last line there is like effing and battling and battling and battling, just repeated that battling. I could feel that, like, just that illustrates waking up every day, no matter what your situation is, and just continuing to fight and fight and fight, even when you feel like you've been erased, even when you don't want to, even when you don't want to have any part in this world, you're still doing that, but ultimately, you just want everybody to leave you alone. Because you're trying to disappear, you're trying to, whatever your goal is here, to make yourself just like different, to make it not be you. Sometimes you're just like, oh my gosh, everybody leave me alone. Just let me do my own thing, or just let me be, just let me exist. Everybody leave me alone. So we're going to rewind it again so we don't miss the powerful transition into the chorus there. And yeah, let's keep going.
Money makes you go missing. I get anyone in or Insta. Everybody leave me alone. Her boobies getting lifted. She wanna get lit. Fucking up, I'm bottling. Everybody.
Again, we'll take it back yet again. I meant to mention this a second ago. I love the way that on this chorus, he was singing it like with his full voice there with power, and then on that last everybody, before it's getting ready to fade out again for a minute and drop out, like the sound will drop out for just a second before it gets into the more powerful projection of the chorus. I love that he is just like taking this with so much tenderness and compassion and empathy in his voice, that everybody, like he's holding back. You can almost hear his breath that he's holding back and still delivering this in that way. It just adds yet another layer of complex emotion. So yeah, I love the way that he pulled back there. It was full there and he pulled back. The music was a little more minimal and his voice was down, and it's getting ready to go into the way more powerful part. So yeah, we'll get that transition again. I know I said that a minute ago, but now we're really going to get it. Oh my goodness, I forgot to remark on that, but I love the way that he's delivering all of this. I love the way that he is just, the swagger he's delivering. I'm not going to talk if there's, let's just listen to this magic.
Lifted, she wanna get lit. No, I'm bottling. Everybody. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Courage my soul. It won't be very long. Though the night is dark, it keeps me holding on.
Thought we were gonna make it through this whole next song and then go back and talk about these two together, but that's not gonna happen because these lyrics are getting me. So I love how on that chorus that everybody leave me alone, everybody leave me alone, it just kept repeating that. I love how the camera was zooming out there to emphasize that distance between Ren and the camera there. It's like, leave me alone. Okay, leave me alone. Back away, back up. Just leave me alone here. I love that was so visually done well. And then, oh my goodness. In the Tales trilogy, we saw Ren specifically use the guitar a lot as like not only the guitar as an instrument, but like as a drum kit almost, and using his body and even like the zipper on his jacket hitting against the guitar to like make sound effects, whether it's the gunshots, whether it's all these different things. But here, oh my gosh, on that Leave Me Alone, he is, the way he's leaning back there, first of all, I love the swagger, I love the attitude, I love the emotion that you can see in his face and hear in his voice, but the way that he is using that guitar as like its own drum set essentially, and he's like making all kinds of different sounds on it, hitting on it here, up here, doing all kinds of different things there. He's playing the guitar, a string instrument. However, he's also turned that into a percussion instrument here, and I think it would be naive to say that his voice and his soul are not also instruments, because I think that that is a great portion of what makes his music come across so powerfully and so strongly. So I just wanted to remark again that camera work on that Leave Me Alone, and then the power in those lines, and then the way that he is just doing that rhythm on the guitar, like hitting it, doing the drumming there, that takes a lot of talent. It is hard to master one instrument, much less a couple different things like that, and I'm just blown away. Okay, so we're going to take it back and get the rest of that guitar lick again, and it's going to go into the next song, which, if I am correct, and I've looked up the list here just to make sure I knew what was coming up, not that I read the lyrics, but looked at the names of the songs, I think this next song is called Clara, in parentheses, The Night is Dark, so let's get that instrumental break and then go into this next song.
Leave me alone, alone, alone. Leave me alone, alone, alone. Leave me alone, alone, alone. Leave me alone. Courage my soul. It won't be very long. Though the night is dark, it keeps me holding on. God bless my soul. It won't be very long. And though the night is dark, it keeps me holding on.
I can't shoot fire. Give me a second to compose myself. Okay, I want to go over those lyrics really quickly, and then we'll just kind of talk about it a little more. The lyrics themselves say, "Courage, my soul, it won't be very long. Though the night is dark, it keeps me holding on. God bless my soul, it won't be very long. And though the night is dark, it keeps me holding on." So, oh my goodness. I'm not sure in which order I'm going to be uploading this video, but there is a good chance that it is going to be the video that is coming up right after the Hold On reaction that I just uploaded, so that concept of holding on is very fresh in my brain, as is like the concept of the night is dark, but it won't always be, and that keeps you holding on, like it won't be very long. These aren't lyrics that require a lot of unpacking, so I'm just kind of letting them breathe for a minute because they were so powerful, and of course the way he delivered them, knowing what he's gone through, living through a lot of what he's gone through, and currently right now myself being stuck in a lot of darkness ever since I learned that I am now dealing with a resurgence of the Lyme disease that we thought we had put into remission for good, and then to learn that we haven't, and my body just feels broken. My soul feels even more broken, especially trying to navigate this alongside recovery, which is hard enough in and of itself. My body's in no place right now where it is strong enough to undergo any actual Lyme treatment, because even the gentlest treatment for Lyme is extremely hard on the body, and I would not be able to tolerate it. And those lines just really got me. I like that the first part says, "Courage, my soul." So it's like he's speaking to his soul, like, come on, courage, my soul, have courage, cling to that courage, hold on to that courage, it won't be very long. Though the night is dark, it keeps me holding on. So the night is dark, but the thought of dawn, the thought of the night ending eventually keeps me holding on. And then it flips it to the next section of 4 lines. It says, "God bless my soul," which is where I really lost it the first time I was playing it through, and it's why I stopped it and rewound it so we could play the whole thing. I've spoken about this a little bit, and I've not gotten super in-depth in it because it's just not been something that has come up naturally, but my faith over the past 2.5 years of dealing with this eating disorder relapse has been really, really shaken. I don't want to say it's gone, because I still believe in God. I still believe that God loves me. At least sometimes I'm able to believe that. Sometimes my brain tries to tell me otherwise. Sometimes my brain tries to tell me he doesn't care. But for the first time in a little while, when I sat down to record this, before I pressed record, I just kind of took a moment and I literally said the words aloud, God, please give me the energy, give me the strength, let whatever message you know needs to come through this, come through from me to the other side of the screen. Let people see you and feel your presence through me. And that is not something that I didn't plan to do that. I just sat down and it felt natural. I didn't mean to get into this whole sidetrack here, but like, I can't tell you how much it means to me that I just had that moment, which I've not had in a while, because again, I felt very shaken and at times even angry with God, despite the fact that I know that his plan is best and it will work out better than anything that I could do myself. It's been really hard in recent years. But that God bless my soul, it won't be very long. And though the night is dark, it keeps me holding on. Just really hit like a dagger to the heart there. That was really, really struck deep. And I will be replaying this a lot. I'm probably crying every time. I'm gonna take a breath again, compose myself. Before we finish this out, I want to talk about his delivery of those lines because, as I said, you can see his emotion, his pain, all of the things that he has endured. You can see it in his body language, in his delivery of the lines, but specifically in his voice, in the way he is singing these things. It's got like a blues vibe. It's got a little bit of an R&B type flavor. It's like this amalgamation of a few different styles here, and it is Rin. That's the genre. I'll just call the genre Rin here because he's crushing it and making it a little bit his own thing, which is kind of what he does. But God bless my soul. Like, I did not get the right run there, but I was just illustrating. He went up and down on that run so many times and landed it perfectly, and runs a lot of times can feel a little forced, but not when he does them. I'm thinking of the Such a Shame in the Tales trilogy. He does runs a lot that are always perfectly placed and I think perfectly executed and never feel forced or like they're just there for the heck of it. They always add so much emotion and so much more power to whatever the line is that he's singing. After that line, he went into the "It won't be very long." So again, going up into that upper register on that word there just adds so much. It just adds a layer of complexity and power. He could have just sung the line, "It won't be very long," but instead he went to "It won't be very long." And just the way he did that was just so masterful. And I love the way that on that next line, "And though the night is dark," you're seeing the outside of where he is there in Canada filming this. I'm assuming this is where he's staying in Canada. You can see outside, it is nighttime and it is dark, and I don't know, that's just another thing that I love there. And I haven't mentioned it yet. Of course, I love the Sick Boy logo LED light that's got up there in the window, just to remind you that that is part of him as well, that is part of his story. I think that's just a nice little touch that I can't believe I forgot to mention it earlier, but I do enjoy that very much. But again, I love how at the end of this chorus, he kind of was like fading out and holding back a little bit with the "and though the night is dark, it keeps me holding on." And by the time he got to that "it keeps me holding on," he was getting so quiet, not just with his voice, but with the guitar picking and the playing, and almost slowing it down slightly, not a whole lot, but just kind of letting it breathe a little bit itself. And you can just feel it come through the screen. So I'll just say this, Ren, a lot of your music keeps me holding on. So I'm really glad that there is anything in life that can keep you holding on as well. Let's take it back and eventually finish this, because I'm pretty sure y'all said this last one is the most emotional of all of them. And that third one got me, so I'm a little nervous, but let's do this. We're in it now, friends. We're in it now.
Oh, and though the night is dark, it keeps me holding on. I've been lost, I've been lost, I've been lost, I've been lost for a while. But I'm really trying. I've been lost, I've been lost, I've been lost, I've been lost for a while. But I'm really trying. I've been lost, I've been lost, I've been lost, I've been lost for a while. But I'm really trying. I've been lost, I've been lost, I've been lost.
God. Oh my gosh. Hold on. Oh God. Oh God. Oh my gosh. It's really hard to think of words right now. It's hard to put this into words right now. Most of that last song were the same lyrics repeated over and over again. And I've talked about this before in some reactions. Sometimes that can kind of feel like a cop-out, and I hate to even bring this up right now, but like, there was a specific diss battle back and forth, I'll talk about it vaguely, where one of the people who was not Ren or was not Nox ended like 4 lines in a row with the same 2 words, and that was like an example of not effective repetition. These lyrics being repeated is the best example of something that just takes on more power and more power and more power the more that it is repeated and said and claimed aloud. And as always, you can hear the emotion in Ren's voice, and I'm sure you can hear my voice cracking a little bit right now too, because I know what he's feeling. I know what he's feeling, especially when it's in relation to chronic illness, Lyme specifically, mast cell activation syndrome, all of the other things that go along with that. I'm not going to give a laundry list of diagnoses here, but a lot of stuff that's really debilitating. And it completely makes you forget who you are. This is kind of reminding me of the line up top that said makes a girl go missing, and we talked about the potential different ways that can take. And then in chalk outlines, there's, the line erase ourselves in these chalk outlines. So like, that was the illusion of taking the medicine erases who you really are, kind of erases your emotions. But the raw vulnerability in the lyrics. I've been lost, I've been lost, I've been lost, I've been lost for a while, but I'm really trying. I've been lost, I've been lost, I've been lost, I've been lost for a while, but I'm really trying. That just repeats it again. Every single time he delivered the next line of that, I felt more power and also more pain. More of his pain that I also know very well firsthand. And of course, this is also taking on like the angle of eating disorder recovery for me, because yeah, with the chronic illness side of things, I feel like I've been lost for a long time. I did not know that these are the lyrics that were coming up towards the end here. So when I went on my little example earlier about how I actually prayed before doing this reaction, despite the fact that my faith has been so shaken, I feel lost hits me on a lot of different levels. The chronic illness and disability making me not able to function, the eating disorder taking away and stripping away any idea of who I actually am as a human person and soul, and my faith. I, again, don't feel like I don't have my faith, but a lot of times I can't feel it in the way that I used to be able to, and that makes me feel lost. It makes me feel like I am, from his song Holding On, a man with no path, this very strange entity. It feels like I have no path, but I've been trying. I've been fighting. I've been trying to take the recovery action. I have been trying to keep myself from falling into absolute hopelessness and utter depression that's all-consuming once I got the news that Lyme had come back again. I've really been trying. I'm doing everything that I can. A lot of times that doesn't pay off in healing in whatever way, but it doesn't mean that I'm not still trying, and I still feel lost, but I'm still trying. And I know that Rin gets that on such a deep level. You could hear it in his voice in all of the different ways that he stretched those lines, stretched the notes, delivered that melodically. I'm not going to dissect every single little part there, because I just want to let it exist for what it is. It was beautiful, it was emotional, it was raw, it was vulnerable, it was expertly executed, and his emotion coming through the screen, it just, I could feel it, and I do feel it on a daily basis, but I can feel it in him as he's doing this here. Okay, I said I wasn't gonna dissect this, but I am. I ran it back a little bit because I don't want to say this wrongly here. That first, when he's doing that first part about I've been lost, and he repeats that part of his like chorus that first time. You can see the desperation. He's like looking up. He's like, I've been lost. He's doing all of these body language things that are kind of like he's looking around the room. He's looking off to the side, just to illustrate again that desperation. Then the second time he sings that chorus, the power in his voice, and the camera, which again was kind of zoomed out for the first part of the chorus, is zooming in again, and you can see his face, and he is just feeling it so deeply. So when he's repeating that chorus for the second time, I love the first two lines because the power, you could see the desperation and hear it in his voice, in his body language, in his face, all of that. Despite the fact that you can see all of that still existing, his power, he says, I've been lost, I've been lost. Those again were not the right notes because I'm not trying to get it perfect right now, but like his voice just continues to crescendo there, and the emotion is just so apparent. And then that last, but I'm really trying, the fact that I know he's going through so many brutal treatments, has gone through so many brutal treatments, is still going through a lot of brutal treatments in regards to Lyme disease and the things that have come about as a result of that, whether it's wrong treatments in the past or medication that he didn't need in the past, and now he's trying to deal with and heal that damage that has been done to his body and brain. He's really trying. He's really trying. And I feel that. I feel that, and I want every single one of you who happens to be watching this to know that no matter how lost you feel, your number one goal is to keep trying. No matter what you're going through, no matter how dark it feels, your number one goal is to keep trying, because as long as you keep trying, you might feel lost, but you're not gonna lose. You might feel lost, but you cannot lose if you keep trying. That's one of the messages I want you to take home from this video. I know that I needed to hear that myself, which is one reason I said it. I also hope that there are others of you who needed that reminder, because it's a hard one to remember. That's for sure. And then the end of the video, that last line, that but I'm really trying, it was powerful, but again, on the very last syllable of trying, he kind of pulled back. So, but I'm really trying. And something that I noticed there that kind of made my heart hurt a little bit is he put his right hand on his knee that it looked like to like steady his leg. And there are a lot of different things that can happen with Lyme. One of them is your body can do like spasmy things, like your leg can start shaking without you realizing it. There can just be a lot of like nerve pain or whatever else that's going on. It really looked to me there, he was in that emotion of really trying, but in the end of that line, he was having to like put his hand down there. I could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong, but it looked really familiar to me. And if he is singing this song while he is dealing with whatever symptoms are flaring like that, that just adds even more power. And then after that, which got me, it got me seeing him do that. It broke me a little bit. I like the way that the video finished. Once the music was done, it just slowly panned out again to the dark outside so you can see that it's night, but then it comes back into that sick boy light. So even though it is signifying, sick boy and all of the things go along with that, the chronic illnesses, the struggle and everything, it still is a light in this otherwise completely dark night that you're seeing out there. It's still a light. The light is you trying. The light is you trying when you feel so lost. So whatever it is, you gotta find that spark. You gotta find that light. Even if it's just a little flicker, even if it's just a tiny little spark, and try to hold on to that, because continuing to try again, you might feel lost, but you will not lose. Oh, that was a roller coaster. Yeah, I'm glad I did it, but it was really emotional. Thank you for the heads up on that, because it's always nice knowing if something's going to be difficult, but I'm glad I did it anyway because it was also very therapeutic for me. I hope that you were able to, it always feels weird to say enjoy it in this situation, so I hope you were able to take something from this reaction as well. And as always, friends, please be gentle with yourselves. This world needs you, and I can't wait to see you in the next video.